Look, let's be honest. Everyone in BMX wants the same thing. Faster hill time, faster sprint time, bigger lifts in the gym. But here's the truth that no one tells you about. PBs is not what wins you races. Consistency is what gets the job done.
Yeah. One thing you gonna learn about me. Ain't nobody putting word like me. Can't drip, can't sauce like me. Whipping it up, I'm a major key.
So, as always, it is a Wednesday, which means it's gate night tonight. I am going to do another activation session in the gym. It's going to be very short. I think Mark's coming along to join. It is boiling hot here on the sunny coast. So let's put this thing on charge, get the GoPro out, and start this absolute sweat fest that's going to go on out here. We are out here sweating, but let's get into the next section. In BMX, everyone gets excited to hit their next personal best. Whether it is a faster sprint time, a heavier lift in the gym, or that random insane first straight that you pull off. The problem with these PBs are that they're just moments. They're a moment in time where everything just connected as one and it all just seemed to happen effortlessly. The problem with these is this doesn't just happen over and over and over again. As most of you would probably know, you probably had moments where you got a PB and then spent the next 3-4 weeks annoyed because you can't hit another one. The problem with this is they're just snapshots. So it's essentially like going on Instagram and everyone posts the greatest part of their day. You might pull off that crazy fast lap or that crazy fast gate in training. But if you can't do that at least 6-7 times over on a race day, then essentially it means nothing. The best BMX riders in the world are the ones that can do a skill repeatably over and over and over again. If you take the likes of Joris today, he is so consistent that he can just win week in, week out on a different track. And a great example of this is looking back to 2011. He won 12 out of 12 of the Euro Cups on all different tracks against the best people in the world. That is the definition of repeatable skill. When the gate angle changed, when the gate speed changed, when the track changed, the conditions and the weather changed, he was able to repeat the skill over and over and over again. It wasn't just one lucky lap that made him win those races. It was something that he could do over and over and over again, which came from repeatable effort in training to hone those skills in. Let's go. We got to do single leg RDLs, eyes shut until the first person falls. 3, 2, 1. I got one rep.
I got on the second one.
Oh, I'm locked in on my left leg. My right leg's way harder.
Oh, you swapped it?
No, I haven't. Oh. Just before I did the right. Oh,
Hey, when you're off the back down, you 20 steps?
no. Ah. Right. When you use your brain so much for these things, it makes you sweat so bad. And it's already so hot in here. I got 4 on each leg. Have a go at that at home if you want to exercise to have fun with. Our gym sessions are more make stuff up and see how much fun we can have. But that is a good one for everyone at home to practice for proprioception, balance, get all the little stabilizing muscles around your knees, ankles and hips working. Yellow ball, you have to catch in your left hand. Purple ball, you got to catch in your right hand.
Yeah, right. Oh, you got it. I will warm up, like physically, but not mentally. So even when you're warm, like all your muscles, you'll go out on the track, and then you'll still bonk the whole first lap.
Yeah, it's a good point Mark makes there. People just stand there doing squats and their brains off with the fairies. Exercise like we just did helps get that mind-muscle connection, helps with the proprioception, warming up the little muscles, and then also getting your brain firing so that you can react quick, make quick decisions. So people that go to the track and do a slow warm-up sitting on rollers and stuff, there's a lot more that you could probably get out of yourself if you warmed up your brain as well, because that's what's making all the decisions. And my decision right now is to get this gym session done or we're never going to do it.
I got a whole lot of cheese on my nuts. Look at that covered in garlic. That mean that money, it felt like a pizza. I get it, it's split with my partners. readiness, you can't even learn it in college. I've been through hell, I done been in this skillet with fire, and that's why I'm proud. Hold up, little homie, please don't get up on me, don't mess up the aura, I ain't anybody. Do my little dance while I think about God goodness, they thought I was tripping up, popping the molly. You out there copying swag, wrapped up in corn and little homie, you look like tamale. Some of y'all going outside, I get up, go get it, I ain't finna wait for nobody. Pushing myself to the limit, if I never give up, I'ma win. Pushing myself to the limit, if I never give up, I'ma win. Pushing myself to the limit, if I never give up, I'ma win. Pushing myself to the limit, pushing myself to the... Yeah, I must be blind cause the way that it's looking, I'm trying, but I don't see no competition. I got success in my future, man, how do I know it? This prophecy, no premonition. I'm not afraid of your partners, they talk a big game, but they really just off it in it.
All right, we are absolutely drenched. Gonna do banded broad jumps now, and then head to the track.
Maybe it's the dog I had to invent it. I gotta push to the limit. If I want it, I gotta go get it. I gotta push to the limit. I ain't never take nothing they give it. Self-paid, God made, I change, I say no way. I got blood of champion all in my veins. Turn up the city, turn up the city. My stone ride, they
Good final set. Let's go ride some bikes. All right, we're on our way to the track. That was the hottest gym session I think I've ever done. I'm absolutely cooking. But that leads me to our next point. Constantly chasing PBs can very well and truly lead to burnout. Obviously, that's very subjective to who you are. It's not just black and white across the board. But I've seen it happen before, and it's a pointless thing to literally get worried about. So without having the consistent repetition and skills to be able to do that over and over and over again, then you don't actually know what you did to achieve that goal. This is why I kind of say that outcomes can be a distraction. You kind of want to find a plan, stick to the plan, execute the sessions that are involved in that plan, and then that will build you into the athlete that in the future will then start getting consistent PBs or getting times that are consistently close to their best time. This comes from doing repetitions over and over and over again with the same simple focus and the same simple goal in mind, which is to execute and get better at that said technique. So I've also heard being a good athlete means you're very good at being bored, because you got to do the same things over and over and over and over, and it becomes very monotonous. But that's how you build the repeatable skill to be able to then execute and do things faster with more efficiency, more power, and that's what will make you a faster athlete in the future. Look at that sky. We're halfway through the session here with my boy Eli. He's shredding, mate. Yep. Next piece of advice would be keep stacking the small wins. So everyone loves to just get a PB and rock out a PB. Getting small wins like being smoother over a jump or exiting a corner faster are the small things that will stack up massively over time. When you can do that over and over and over in a race environment and a race situation consistently under pressure, and you are always like pretty dialed in your technique and timing of things, these are the things that will help you win races. Having a slightly faster sprint time down the hill in a one-off situation is not going to help you get that. But you'll see people that will snap off PBs and stuff at training all the time, and then when it gets to race day, they still get beaten or still get smoked, because it's the little incremental differences around the entire track and being able to do them over and over and over repeatedly that will stack up into being able to complete a whole lap efficiently multiple times over to win an entire race day. It seems boring, feels like you're not gaining anything, but small wins over time make a huge difference. So just keep chipping away on those little techniques that you're practicing, and they will make a difference in the end.
Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. If they could, they probably should. I left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would.
I was caught up in a situation, could've gone real bad. I dipped, took a long vacation, no doubt left none of them mad. Gone. I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine and I won't feel bad. Nah, if they could, they probably should, but most man end up in a two-man pad. Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Ain't coming back. If they could, they probably should. Oh yeah. I left the hood, I said I would.
I left the hood, I said I would.
Left the hood, I said I would.
I
left the hood, I said.
What's the golf swing analogy?
Gate starts.
All about patience.
Mate, it's all about patience. All your slides.
Patience, technique and timing.
Wheeling.
I'm doing a video on why you should stop chasing PBs and chase consistency. What do you have to say to the fans from back in your heyday?
Oh, mate.
Well, you didn't have timers back in your day.
We didn't have timers, man. We were just... If you were first to bowl on the hill, that was it, right? That was
That's
it.
simple.
Mate, no timers, no times, just go out and hit it. Every week you're training. Just blows them lap times, mate, those hill times. You start watching them, it's no good, eh? I don't know, man. 2 steps up, 7 back, 3 forward.
1 back, 6 forward, 2 back.
Miss your bedtime by 5 minutes and all of a sudden you're like 3,000 slow downhill. Pretty simple, eh? Yeah, man.
I would. Ain't coming back. If they could, they probably should.
Oh yeah.
I left the hood, I said I would.
I left the hood, I said I would.
I was caught up in a situation, could've gone real bad. I dipped, took a long vacation, no doubt left none of them mad. I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine and I won't feel bad. If they could, they probably should, but most man end up in a two-man bad. I was caught up in a situation, could've gone real bad. I dipped, took a long vacation, no doubt left none of them mad. I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine and I won't feel bad. If they could, they probably should, but most man end up in a two-man bad.
Made it home from training. Literally just perched up in the garage because I'm too tired to make it into the house yet. PBs don't necessarily mean that you're race ready. So they are a great metric. I'm not saying never look at your times, but they are a great metric to know that you're getting faster, because as you get better at techniques and stuff, you'll incrementally get faster and faster, and then you'll shoot off a PB, and then you'll kind of come back down and incrementally get faster, and then shoot off another PB that's a little bit quicker than the previous PB. And then it'll kind of keep stacking and stacking like that. But remember, being ready for race day means that you're ready to do something consistently every lap, no matter the circumstances, no matter how tired you get. You need to have a trained skill or technique out of the gate, manualing, cornering, jumping, whatever it is that you can do over and over and over, even when you're not at your sharpest, you're not fresh. You've been racing in the sun all day, you're dehydrated, all these things could be working against you. And training consistently is what will give you the ability to perform these skills in those circumstances. So we've got to remember that a lot of little efforts over time is what will add up to being ready for race day and giving you the best chance to be able to perform when it matters most. But I'm sure you're all sick of my voice now. That's enough talking. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Peace. And a quick sidebar, if you haven't seen yet, I have just dropped a new CW Bike Academy and CW Racing Division jersey on my website, so I'll put the link on the screen. Go and check them out, and yeah, get yourself a new jersey ready to look fresh in 2026. I put a lot of time into these jerseys and getting them exactly how I wanted, making sure we had the right fabric, the right mesh, the right sleeves, the right sizing. So hopefully you guys love them as much as I do. I'd love to see you guys out there rocking them. So head over to cwbikeacademy.com and place an order before the 9th of December.